BBC News with Sue Montgomery. A huge rescue effort is continuing for a second night in freezing temperatures to find survivors of Monday's earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. Thousands of Turkish soldiers, along with international teams, are taking part in the emergency operation in the south of the country. More than 7,000 people are now known to have died. Anna Foster is in Kahramanmaraş, close to the epicentre.
The scars run right across southern Turkey, the same desperate scenes in each town. Today, President Erdogan declared a state of emergency. Many areas are still without power tonight. Some people are homeless. Others are just too scared to go back indoors. In the winter snow, this part of Turkey is bitterly cold. People burn what they can in the street to keep warm, but it doesn't hold off the biting wind and the feelings of abandonment. Only a fraction of the help needed has arrived here so far. It makes each day feel like a fresh struggle for survival.
The Turkish authorities say a fire at a port, which was caused by the earthquakes, has now been put out. The Defence Ministry said military helicopters and planes helped to extinguish the flames at Iskenderun. Hundreds of shipping containers had caught fire. The United Nations has warned that the flow of vital aid to northwest Syria is being disrupted because of damage to the roads. Our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucet, is there.
All parts of Syria have been hit, areas controlled by the Syrian government and by the opposition. The worst affected region is the area closest to the Turkish border, including the rebel-held enclave in the northwest. The UN calls this a humanitarian disaster on top of a humanitarian crisis. Even before disaster struck, millions were living on the edge, in flimsy makeshift shelters, almost everyone needing aid to survive.
Germany, Denmark and the Netherlands have issued a joint statement promising to send at least 100 older German-made tanks to Ukraine. The Leopard 1 tanks will be sent in addition to the more modern Leopard 2s, which Berlin approved last month. The announcement coincided with a visit to Kiev by the German Defence Minister Boris Pistorius, who said Ukraine can expect an initial delivery soon.
This
will happen in stages, until the summer 20 to 25 tanks, and until the end of the year up to 80. Within the first months of 2024, we want to reach 100 Leopard 1 tanks. This means we'll equip 3 battalions, including spare parts, ammunition and training.
BBC News. The Pentagon says China rejected a US request for a secure call between the two countries after an American warplane shot down a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon on Saturday. Earlier, the US Navy released photos of the remnants of the balloon, which was brought down off the coast of South Carolina. It will be examined to see whether it was carrying spy equipment. China has insisted it was intended for civilian use and entered US airspace accidentally. Russia's foreign minister has outlined Moscow's ambition to provide military backing for governments across West Africa in the battle against jihadists. Sergei Lavrov was speaking in Mali. Here's Anne Soy.
Russia has its eyes set on the entire Sahel, a region battling Al-Qaeda and Islamic State militants. Speaking during his visit to Bamako, Mr. Lavrov said Guinea, Burkina Faso, Chad and coastal countries in the Gulf of Guinea needed help. To Mali, he promised to send more military equipment to bolster their combat capability. Russian forces, believed to include private military contractors from Wagner, are already fighting alongside the Malian army. But UN experts have recommended independent investigations into possible war crimes committed by the two forces.
Scientists in the UK have for the first time assessed the number of people at risk from floods caused by the climate-induced melting of mountain glaciers. Researchers say at least 15 million people are exposed, with more than half living in just 4 countries: India, Pakistan, China and Peru. Microsoft has announced plans to improve its Bing search engine to include artificial intelligence. The company says it could change the way people use the internet by providing specific search answers more quickly. It will use the same technology as ChatGPT. BBC News.